Yo, what's goody? It's Euro. We here. YM. Rocking with Diamond Cut Media. My man T. We on that 3rd edition. Please be on the lookout for that. You already know what it is. Love.
What's good, everybody? It's Tee Becoate. I'm back with another Diamond Cut Media interview. And today I have Young Money's own Euro. What's good, my guy?
It's goody, bro.
How you?
Appreciate y'all having me, man. I'm good.
For sure, bro. Appreciate y'all pulling up to the city. You know, on the wing. Sent out the email. Yeah, responded. Y'all pulled up. Appreciate that. Okay, let's talk about it, my guy. Young Money.
Yes, sir.
You're one of the early artists on the new Young Money roster. Like, I was looking through your discography, your catalog. You got songs with Wayne dating back like 9 years ago.
Yes,
so
sir.
like, you've been at it for a minute.
Yeah, I've been working with Wayne since like probably I would say around the 2014 era.
Right.
That era. I came around, you know what I mean? I was introduced to Wayne by my older brother, and he just took me under his wing. I left the crib and I was on tour with him ever since. Like, I just been touring city to city in the studio recording with him. And I jumped on every mixtape he could drop. You know, he'll always have me in the studio and make sure to put me on all his projects. So we've been having a long working relationship for a while. So yeah, rocking for a minute.
That's fire. We're gonna get into that more in depth for how you met Wayne and all that stuff.
For sure.
I was watching one of your other interviews. You talked about your brother, how he helped you a lot with your music.
Yeah. My brother. He's the reason why I even rapped in the first place.
So we're gonna get into it. But here at Diamond Cut Media, we like to tell artist stories. So tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from.
Yeah. Euro. Euro don't got nothing to do with Europe. First two letters of my first name are EU. And the first letters of my last name are RO. So I just came up with Euro. From Providence, Rhode Island, born in Dominican Republic. Shout out to DR. And I've been rapping since I was like 6, 7 years old. And around 2013, 2014, my life changed when I met Wayne. And the rest is history.
Describe growing up in first you were born in DR.
Yes, sir.
When you moved over?
I was probably like about 5 years old when I officially moved to Providence, Rhode Island, south side of Providence, Rhode Island. Me and my mom was going back and forth between DR for about 2-3 years before we finally settled in Providence. But I was around 5 years old when I moved to Providence.
Nice. Do you have any memories of DR?
DR? Oh yeah, I got tons of memories. I remember I used to have like 2 little dogs, 2 little street dogs. We just kept them. But I had 2 little dogs I used to love. But I remember as a kid, like saying bye to them and like never seeing them again. Like those are my memories. I love dogs. I used to have 2 little dogs.
Okay, cool. So describe coming to Prov. So you were 5 years old, entering like kindergarten, first grade stage. Describe that transition.
That transition was interesting, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of people coming from other countries like that could relate. But it was a culture change, you know what I mean? Even though I was young, it was a lot for a young kid. You know what I mean? There was a lot of changes going on. But as a kid, I went to 5 different elementary schools, you know what I mean? So I was just always moving around, new environments. There was a lot to adjust to, but in the end, it helped me out. Built up a lot of characteristics that I needed for the rest of my life. But yeah, it was just an adjustment period.
When you say like you got adjusted, how long did it take for you to feel comfortable? I
think when I started rapping, that probably took me 2 years. You know what I mean? I had an uncle, one of my uncles and my big brother, of course. They would just take me around everywhere. And one day they just took me to a talent show, and I started rapping, and it helped me learn English too better. Just listening to the music and writing music.
I'll talk about that. We're gonna get into that one too, but I want to stick on Prov because, like we talked about earlier off camera, I had a lot of homies go to URI. Been out there myself, day trail. Yeah. So describe what was it like for you? What's life like in Prov? Providence, Rhode Island.
Man, a lot of people got a misconception about Providence, Rhode Island. They never been there, so they just go off what they seen or heard. But Providence is like a melting pot of every culture you can think of. So growing up in Providence is like the best of all worlds. You get all kinds of great food, you get all kinds of cultures, you know what I mean? You could drive 30 minutes and be in the most beautiful neighborhoods and by the water or something, and you know, you right there, you know, you step outside your house, you got all type of cultures walking around the neighborhood, you know, you got people from all over the world just, you know, meshed up in one small city. So growing up in Providence is like a crazy experience, you know, it's really, I don't see myself living nowhere else.
All right, cool.
Sure.
What's your favorite memory growing up in Providence?
Summers on my block, Sears Avenue. We used to do everything you could think of, man. We used to post up and just have water fights, manhunt, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? I think those were the best years, you know. When you're young, innocent, running around, you know, it could be the worst hoods in the world. It feels like La La Land, you know what I mean? You run around playing. Yeah, those were the best memories, you know, before, you know, you start getting to them ages. But yeah, when you were a kid running around just having fun with your friends, those were the best memories in the summer. Just the water fights, manhunt, football, all that. Those are the best memories of the day.
Kids do that anymore.
They don't, that's not normal. Yeah, they on Call of Duty, all this, you know. I'm on that too, but yeah, those are the best memories.
Nah, man, like that just brought back some memories. But so let's talk about your upbringing a little bit. You talked about DR. So like coming over to America, like if people was bumping hip hop, like what they was listening to.
Oh yeah. Really, you know, my family they Dominican, so they playing all types of Latin music and things like that. And then my uncles, they would bump hip hop, and my brother and my cousins and all my homies. I grew up around a lot of different music, bro. Like so many different genres. But hip hop is what I gravitated to. I still remember to this day. It was like, I don't know if I chose hip hop or hip hop chose me, bro. Because when I was young, I would always just be listening to it on my own and writing like rap and things like that. And I found it to be like therapeutic. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I gravitated towards hip hop, and you know, my uncle and my brother was to blame for that. My friends and things, for sure.
Let's talk about your brother a little more. Like I saw in other interviews you spoke about it a little bit here. Like he has a big like role in helping you get on the path to rapping and getting signed. Like what did your brother do?
He played baseball. He was out there, you know, dream chasing, trying to play baseball. He was traveling everywhere. I think he played in DR for a while, came back, did college, and then he ended up in Miami. He was playing for the professional team out there in Miami, and he, you know, got around the camp and things like that. He developed a relationship with guys like Mac and Wayne and things. So I never used to drop music. Like when I recorded music, I never put it out. I just recorded it and sent it to my brother. And he ended up just getting that music to Wayne. And the rest is history. I think Wayne said in an interview he heard one verse and just called me. So yeah, that changed my life. Yeah, he called my phone, flew out. He went up in Miami.
You gotta talk about that. Wayne called your phone?
Yeah, he just hit me up. And I wasn't expecting it, but I was, you know, I knew what was going on, but for him to call me, that threw me way off, and it was like crazy.
When was this? This was around what time?
About 2013, 2014,
So I'm assuming you still kind of a young man.
Yeah. I was hyped.
How was it?
I was
hyped. That moment?
I caught everybody I knew. I caught everybody I knew, like, yo, bro, it's over with. I'm out of here. I'm about to go rap with Lil Wayne, because I was a young money. We always, you know, we fans of this. Legend. This is Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm way in Providence, Rhode Island, you know what I mean? Like I said, I never dropped music. It's, you know, it's a lot to, you know, that you know, add to that shock factor, because, you know, it's like, you would never think somebody like that would, you know, you'd catch somebody like that attention with your voice and your talent coming from, you know, when the market is so saturated. It's probably a million voices, you know what I mean? And for mine to get heard out of that, it's one of the million.
That's right.
Amazing feeling.
So, like, before you would like have you on the music, you playing baseball yourself?
Yeah, I was following the footsteps. I was actually really good too.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm humble though. I'm
humble. A lot of artists, they be like,
humbly, I'm like that. Yeah. I'm humble. I'm out. You know what I mean?
But I saw you got sent to DR to play, right?
Yeah, I went to DR. Yeah.
Played out there.
Yeah, I don't know how you know that. That's all I know. Yeah, that's all. I went out to DR after high school. I took a year off and I was training out there. It was one of the toughest experiences in my life. It made me I haven't even been back to DR since. It was that crazy. I've seen the craziest things, experienced the craziest things, toughest things, but in DR, the thing with DR is like, it's either that or nothing, you know what I mean? It's survival when you talk about baseball, you know what I mean? Because baseball to us is just a sport, we laugh, it's cool, but over there, they have to make a choice. Either you go to school and study or play baseball. So I'm in these environments where these kids is like, you know, their life is on the line, you know what I mean? And we train and, you know, we hungry and we all trying to chase that dream. So yeah, I went out there for that year and it led me from there I ended up coming to Alabama State and playing baseball at Alabama State, which is a Division I baseball for those who know sports, you know what I mean? It's not everybody can play D1 baseball, I just want to put that out there. But yeah, I made it on that team and shout out to Coach Melendez and the family over there. But yeah, I played a few years there and I fell a little off track. I got distracted at school, so you know what I mean. I had to take my little slap on the wrist and go sit down for a while. I thought it was over with at a certain point, and that's actually when Lil Wayne called me.
So he called you while you was in college? He
called me when I was in trouble in college. Like I thought it was done. Like I didn't know if I was gonna be able to go back to college. So yeah, that's how I was looking for where to go. My phone was ringing.
And that kind of goes right into my next question. Like I was gonna ask, like, throughout all of this, you're making music, right?
Yeah. I would always shout out to my homie Richard and Frost from Alabama State. I would always try to sneak in a few hours in the studio out there, like every night.
They had the official studio, or
they had a little closet. You know what I mean? We made it work, and like I would have like baseball practice. We would hit the weight room. And then like by the end of the night, if I got a few hours, you know, everybody might go party or run around, you know what I mean? They had to, you know, they were just popping it, and I'll be like, nah, let me go record, get a little song or something, you know, lock in. I would always do that, take advantage of that time.
So Alabama State had a big role in helping your music career. You recording.
Yeah, I was recording at Alabama State. I was definitely taking advantage of that. I was probably priority-wise, it was probably like baseball, recording, and then it was like class and all that. Like I was messed up. I was tripping, but yeah, I was taking advantage of the studio.
Okay, nice. So when you get signed to Wayne, when do you get to making music like with him, or like other Young Money artists?
The thing with Wayne is like that's the introduction. Like first thing I did was go to the studio. Well, we went to the skate park and then we went straight to the studio. I think that first night we did like 4 songs. He put me on 4 songs. And like, the next day came back to the studio. He had me in there. We made like 5 more songs. And like the thing with him is like studio is a part of his daily routine.
I was about to ask you. So it's true he's in the studio all day.
Every day. He don't. If he don't go to the studio, he probably in the skate park. You know what I mean? Like that's
he's still getting skating shit.
Yeah, he be on that. So. Like right away, as soon as that first introduction, it's like jump in that studio.
So what's the pressure
nervous
like?
That pressure.
Right?
In my mind, I was thinking it was like, you know, trial run. Like I was auditioning or something. So that pressure was on me. You know what I mean?
What you remember that first song?
Did it ever come out? Nah, I don't even remember. That's the crazy thing. We did so many songs, I don't remember that first one. The pressure was on, you know what I mean? It's the greatest rapper in the world, so, you know, I'm thinking I ain't up to par, you know, with my little rhymes and my little bars, but the pressure was on. I was trying to, you know, press the GOAT. Right. So, yeah, I made sure to, you know, step right in. I'm still here, so it worked out.
So what's got any memorable stories from being in the studio?
I bet that I can share.
Yeah,
So
PG-13.
Yeah. We got you know what? I got a cool story. because this is kind of crazy. I've never seen Wayne fall asleep in the studio, right? I've never seen him like take a nap. Mind you, these 12 to, it could be a 24-hour studio session. I'm dead serious, like from morning.
You tell me, you know what he's saying?
This man could stay up. I've seen it happen. Like this man stays up. So one day we having one of them long sessions, you know what I mean? Like it's like we on our 15th hour, you know what I mean? Engineer, he's snoring. He's sitting on the seat, head rolling back. Jones don't know he can. So we going at it, and I look over at Wayne. He's standing straight up. He's standing up vibing. That's how he writes his music. He don't write it, so he's just standing up vibing his head. He good, he chill. And I get close to the bro. He got his eyes closed. I notice he's just standing up, but I think he taking a little nap. So he's standing straight up. And I just fall back. I give him 10, 15 minutes. He snap out of it and go right into the booth and give you the craziest verse. I've never seen anything like that. The man was really like, took a quick nap standing up. Like he has this little rug that's like, it feels comfortable. It's fake platforms. Like, he's standing on that. Or he's standing up for 2 seconds with his eyes closed. He's in there for like 15 minutes with his eyes closed. Not moving, nothing. Go in there, he lay the craziest verse down. That's his little power.
It's like the magical.
I've never seen. That's how you know he's not human. That's not normal. Craziest thing I ever seen.
Did you meet any like other like legendary artists that's affiliated with the roster during your time there?
Oh yeah. We actually just came out. I just was in Boston, bro. Drizzy. He's on tour now. Shout out to Drake and the whole team. Nicki Countless Times, they're very humble, Tiger, you know, the whole team is you know, they're very solid. I got to meet all of them, you know, exchange words and all that. They also
Did you ever get to like record anything with any of them?
Not yet.
Is it hard to like get to record them? Or they obviously they don't really be around.
Yeah, it's so busy for them because you know they their own entity.
Right.
So yeah, they moving around, they got their own world going on, you know what I mean? But they definitely open to it, you know, it's not something that we can't do, you know what I mean? They, you know, it's there, so it's just a moment of finding, you know, the right time and it gotta make sense. But yeah, they're there for sure.
That's love. You just talked about being in Boston on the tour. Was that the Welcome to the KUT tour?
Oh no, we was in Boston on tour, but I was just talking about Drizzy's tour. I was just kicking it with
That's the one he's doing with 21 Savage.
Yeah. I was just checking that out. But yeah, we was out there on the Welcome to the KUT tour. We did perform out there last month for that. So
how's that tour? How's
amazing.
Like?
Oh man, we just.
I think that's one of the most the part of rap life everybody like glorifies.
I think that's the most amazing experience any artist could ever experience, man. That's that one moment where you can connect with the fans, you know what I mean? Because we make music in the studio and we put it out, we don't see you listening to it. We don't know how you're reacting to it. We can't see the face you make when you listen to that bar, or any of that, you know what I mean? When you jump on that stage and you're looking into the people's eyes and you hear your song and that's your words coming out of their mouth. And that's like the most magical thing you could ever experience.
What's the fire tour story and what city showed you the most love for tour?
Oh, well, I could say Boston, you know, this hometown, home area, you know, Providence, you know. I could say that. Charlotte showed love. Fargo went crazy. Fargo. I never knew Fargo was so lit. Shout out to Fargo, man. Fargo was insane. I think it's North Dakota. Is it Fargo or Omaha? It is North Dakota.
Yeah, Fargo is North Dakota.
Fargo, y'all did y'all thing on the Welcome to the KUT tour, and I can't wait to go back. Y'all was amazing. They energy was crazy the whole night.
Yeah.
Boston showed love though. Yeah, North Dakota turned up, but Boston showed love. Yeah, for sure. That was crazy. And the tour story, that's what you said.
Yeah, any fire tour story was funny, dope, like home shit that was like, oh, this is crazy.
Tour story. Oh, somebody impersonated, like they was a part of our camp, and they like went to like they tagged along for like 2 shows, 3 shows. We didn't know who it was. We would see him around. We thought he was a part of like working with the team. Man, it was a whole fraud. He just finessed his way. I think he had a fake pass. He just went and engineered a pass. It happens.
I know these people be groupies.
It happens, man. It just look, you know, the love is love, but it gets dangerous when people do things like that. Because you just think, you know what I mean? That's just,
it's a little too much.
That's just a little stalkerish, but that was crazy. I dropped Made a Decision.
That was about 2 months ago. Right?
Yeah, I just let that fly. Shout out to him.
You had the visual out for that.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Major.
And then you have Legend.
Oh yeah, Legend. That I dropped. That was the first joint I dropped at the top of the year. That was just a dedication to my big brother. He passed away November 6th, so I don't know if I'm right. Yeah, but and then I dropped Made a Decision like 2 months ago. Yeah, we just let that fly. Shout out to shout out to Will Major and my whole team. You know what I mean? We put that video out. Right. We shot that in Providence, Rhode Island too.
Nice. Well, you said Legend was a kind of dedication for Big Bro.
Yeah, Legend. Shout out to Loaded Up Car, legendary producer out of Miami, my brother. And yeah, we put that song together. I wanted to start the year off right. I ain't dropped music since my brother had passed, so I wanted to make sure I put that out and just honor him right.
Is this the same bro that helped? Like,
yeah, that's my brother. You know the reason I even rap. Yeah, he just passed November 6th, so I honor him with Legend.
What about Made a Decision? What was the creative process behind that?
Made a Decision. I was just talking my shit. I wanted, let something fly. I wanted to just, talk my talk. We actually shot that over the pandemic as well. Yeah. During the pandemic, I had an itch. I just got sick. I just can't work. I just wanted to work every single day. I was losing my money. We can quarantine, so I made sure to keep recording. I was in the studio, jammed up, made a bunch of songs, and recorded a bunch of videos. And Made a Decision was one of the tracks.
Okay, so you got 2 new tracks out, 2 new visuals. Yeah. You're gonna be in issue 3 of KUT Magazine.
Yeah, let's get it.
Got the interview now.
We made the cut. Yeah.
What's next? What else is in store for you in 2023?
Yeah, we got more visuals coming. I got another video coming soon, which is one of my favorite songs I ever recorded. And it's actually a sequel to a song I released a while back called Euros 2014 Freestyle. It was on a project called July, which was actually, released by Cristiano Ronaldo. Shout out to him.
Sound good?
Yeah, so we're gonna come back and make Euros 2023 Freestyle. I got that dropping soon. And I got a song coming with my brother Alan Cubis. We're gonna drop that soon. And we got the Young Money compilation album. We're gonna drop that soon. And we got more features coming. Shout out to Fireboy. We got another joint coming soon. We just dropped with him on his album, Playboy album. And yeah, we're gonna keep working, filling the gas.
We can't let that slide though. How did you get Cristiano Ronaldo?
Oh yeah. Shout out to Cristiano Ronaldo. I got through my brother. My big brother has a relationship with Cristiano, and he became a fan of my music. He was listening to my music, and one year he decided to take 7 songs, and we got a little video we made with him. And he dropped 7 joints. It's called July. So anybody that knows me knows my project July. That's something that we put out a little while back.
All right, and I want to wrap the interview up with this question. So, you got yourself in Rhode Island. We talked about this off camera. We got Jaleel.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Jaleel.
I'm not really tapped into Rhode Island. Maybe a more popping artist,
yeah,
but what do you think is going to take for Rhode Island to get on the map musically? What do you think it's going to take?
I actually think. Well, number one, I think the shock factor. I think the world just needs that. They just need to we need to steal their attention. They're not going to give it to us. People don't really care much about Rhode Island, so we see that. Anybody that's been moving around from where I'm from, we can see that nobody really cares about us. But I think we're making the right moves in Stratton. I think there's so many artists and people in these spaces. I think it's just time now. I think we just time bombs. We all placed in the right spots. It's just time now. We just gotta keep working. It's gonna happen.
Who's the artist from Rhode Island that we should keep an eye on?
Oh man.
That you can
please go check out Pour Some Henny. She's an amazing singer. Go check out Israel Rusu, amazing singer from Providence, Rhode Island. If y'all ever got time. Those are my people. Just tell them I sent you.
So Euro, appreciate you giving us a little rundown of your story.
Of course, appreciate you for having me.
Letting us bump some of your unreleased too before the interview.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Another classic in the books, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Let people know where they can find you on social media and everything too.
Yeah, on social media, EURO, Euro, just like that. You can find me on IG, all of that. On TikTok is EuroYM, EUROYM. We on Threads too. I don't really rock with Twitter like that no more. Threads, check me out. Euro.
Signing out.
Signing out.